Go Cowboys! We're excited.
Well, I'm excited.
Woo!
She doesn't really care. Anyways, this is Linda. I'm Cameron. We're going to go over what's sold today, Monday, in our online store. If you're new, we buy stuff online. I always say that. We sell stuff online that we've bought at thrift stores, estate sales, online auctions, sometimes, wherever we can find it to flip it for a profit. This is one day of sales. It's not the greatest, guys. So if you're new, we do a lot of times sell much more than this. So stay tuned, and we're going to show you Tuesday,
Did you go
Wednesday.
back to the previous, like 2 videos ago? Because the weekend video.
Yeah.
I mean, the weekend video is good.
Yeah.
Because we hit the new goal. So we'll take it.
Yeah, the week before was pretty good, but there'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday sales included in this video, so stay tuned. We'll see how the week progresses. Linda will do the numbers first, and then we'll show the items, and then at the end of the video, we'll break down the whole week of how we did profit-wise. Let's go.
So we had 5 sales on our main platform, eBay, for $102.81.
Probably one of the lower ones. We've had some under $100 days last year. I mean, to start this year, I think this is the lowest day.
Yeah, I think so.
But we just had a good weekend and a good week before that, and everything was really trending kind of nice and steady, maybe a little upward, and then today just dropped out from under us.
It is a holiday, though, so we will give it that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go over the best item first.
First up, the ball
Actually,
peen.
probably with shipping will probably not be the best. It's still a good item, but
This is a vintage Heller ball peen hammer. We got a message. The guy asked how much it weighed. So I took a picture of it on the scale, 1 pound, 3 ounces, and he bought it. So this was made in the USA, sold for $37 shipped.
on a lot of the hammers that I sell now, I will make sure to put the weight in there because obviously that's a question. And shout out to Linda. She's doing a lot of the messages. This is part-time for me, so when I have a full-time job and I'm getting messages, I don't always respond to everybody. I'm not going to go look at every item, but Linda will come in here.
He's also not the sweetest in his replies.
And that's with punk offers. With
Because
messages like
he likes
this.
to say LOL in response to a lot of things.
That's my customer service skills. Anyways, with a hammer like this, I wouldn't have gone back and probably waited, or I would have forgot. Linda has been going through our messages on all of our on the platforms, Facebook, different things, before she pulls the orders or after she pulls the orders before shipping, and she'll look and see if there's any questions that they need a photo, something that she can do. That makes sense, and this is one of them, and it actually led to a sale. So this credit to Linda for this because that's how we got that. Next item.
And on the pictures and stuff, I just take my phone. I'm in the eBay app. I hit messages. And I love on the new messaging system on the app where it actually looks like
Yeah, I don't know if it's on the same one. Samsung. They didn't do that on. It may be a.
Well, it says it's new because you can convert back to the old messaging.
So it is new, yeah.
Yeah. If it's not on yours, I'm sorry. But it looks like a text message feed. So it's really nice. I like it because I can see everything that he's responded or that I put in there. And I just go in there, add a photo if I need to, or I just respond as needed. So it's worked out really nice. Or if it's just something I can respond to on the computer, then I just do that real quick.
But she's messaged people about some offers and different things, or hey, will it fit this size? Can you measure this? How much does this weigh? Stuff that I may have not done in the photos or wasn't clear, and she's taken it on herself to do that. And hopefully it clears out some questions that we have, so we're not getting repetitive ones because we haven't answered the first one, which does happen. But also it led to a sale, and hopefully probably more as time goes on. Next item.
Next up, we've got, out of the $800 DVD buy, we've got Copper Season 1, sold for $9 shipped.
Not much, but we're making a little small space in the DVD 800 section with one DVD going out.
Then from Goodwill, we picked up Ace, 5 Aside, Time for Another, No Strings. This is a UK CD from 2018, sold for $14 shipped.
I bought a bunch of CDs that day for like $2 a piece. They were all sealed, and they're all these like digipack or like not your typical. This one actually is a case. It's just in a sleeve. But we sold a lot of the digipacks we've been selling from Goodwill were $2. We sold them as high as like 30. We sold one CD set of 3 for like 60. Forgot the name of them. But sometimes CDs, guys, especially sealed ones, are worth looking out for. But I will say, of all the media, CDs are the hardest for me to know. Just look at them and know it's a valuable CD. Because I can look at books and I can be like, probably not, probably not, probably not. And I can give you an idea of which ones might be. And I have some success. And same with DVDs. But CDs, I could be like, I've never heard of this band. It could be great. And it's trash. Whereas like a DVD, I'm like, I haven't heard of that one. It looks like it might be worth something, by who made it or whatever, but different things. But CDs are much harder. Next.
Next up, out of the bunch of dead stock stuff, this was also in there too. This is Overcomer, an audio video series, and that sold for $30 shipped.
Good deal though. It was $1, so $1 into 30. Pretty cool.
And last but not least, we've got Light It Up, the soundtrack, sold for $5.59.
It's an old listing. Is it old?
Yeah, it's from
at
least from the house.
Yeah, it's old. Probably from a big CD buy we had. Not even worth selling it, so we'll probably make a couple pennies. But I'm always happy to get those CDs out of here because I used to list everything, and back when I listed it, shipping was even cheaper. So maybe there was a little bit more room. But this is on sale now. We're trying to move it out. We're trying to move out a lot of our old media, and we have been selling old CDs, old DVDs that have been up for a while. It just gets them out of here so we can focus on a little higher dollar ones. And obviously now
the coupon is, or the promotion we've got going is up to 30% off.
In some are 10, like newer items are 10%, 15, and it kind of goes down. But if it's been up for a couple of years, a year, whatever, it's probably on a 30% off sale. So if it sells at $5.50, get it out of here because it needs to go. It's been up for too long. Yeah. I don't really take stuff down. You know, I just usually leave it up. There are a couple things I've been taking down this past year more so than ever. Some items I was like, this book set's never going to sell. It's not complete, and it's not worth it to complete it. It's too heavy. And with shipping costs, as shipping costs goes up, some items are just not cost effective anymore. Yeah. So, easy packing day for Linda. Not good for the bank account, but there's tomorrow. Let's see what happens. We'll see you guys in a second.
We're back.
With what sold for Tuesday. How did we do? What are the numbers?
So we had 16 sales on 2 different platforms. No, we had 16 sales across 2 platforms for just literally $1 under $7.30.
So a great day. Yesterday was like 5 sales or 4 sales for $100. Very slow. Today, things popped off. I was telling Linda I was hoping it'd be like a $600 day to kind of like level it out. And it was actually more than that. So we were super blessed and thankful that things came through today. And that's just how it goes sometimes. You're going to see a lot of different variety of items here and some good high dollar items too. I'd say a couple, well, at least 1 home run for sure. Maybe 2. Let's get into it. Let's get the first item. First
up on Mercari came to visit us today. This is a vintage Hasbro from the year 2000, Jurassic Park 3, the Spinosaurus.
Yep.
And he sold for $30. Plus shipping.
He was, I think, a couple bucks at a thrift store. I don't know if it was Savers or Goodwill or what, but grab them. As you guys have known, if you've been watching us, toys have sold well for us on Mercari, so it's no surprise he sold there. 30 plus shipping. He was listed for 37 plus shipping, took the offer, and he was listed on eBay for 37 free shipping. So realistically, it's the same sale on Mercari, so that's how we took the offer. Easy money there.
And then to start us off on eBay, we have this. This is a Roscoe Says steel lunchbox. This does have the
cool. Like a little can there.
It's the Go Green Reduce, Reuse, Recycle lunchbox, and he sold for $21 shipped.
He's got a little crease in him in the center. He's a little rough. This is an old vintage item I grabbed. It's been up for years. I just thought it looked super cool, and I was thinking maybe someone remembers Roscoe. I never heard of him, but yeah. He's going out of here. I don't know if I'll go first class, but either way, that's just a sell. It's kind of cool.
Next up.
Sold instantly almost.
These are a pair of Crocs, but they're not just any Crocs. These are a pair of men's white size 9 or women's size 11. This is chick eggs and chickens, and
they're called Lion Friends. I didn't put in the title because my photo, I couldn't really tell what it said because it was a bad photo of the thing, but these like snap into the side of the Crocs, I guess.
Oh, that's cool.
I think, but there's different ones. There's different Lion Friend ones. There's a pair of these listed on Mercari that I found after the sales, and they sold so quickly. They listed for $42 free shipping. So ours sold for
$30.
$30. Probably should have put a little higher price on them, but when I saw Lion Friends, I didn't see these ones, and other ones weren't selling that high. There's a little bit of scuffs and marks to the Crocs, but overall, pretty good. And they're kind of weird. Like, who would wear these? It's got like a chicken and a egg yolk, well, an egg and a cracked egg, and I don't even know.
I don't think these change out.
Maybe these ones don't, but you can get little things to change in your Crocs. There are like other things you can put in here.
Oh yeah, those.
But either way, these ones sold for $30. They're probably worth a little bit more than that. They came in a big bulk buy, so we'll still make good money on them. Happy to see them go.
Then the $200 DVD buy, we've got Book of Love, sold for $15 shipped.
I think I sold this one before because it looked familiar, but 15 bucks. That one sold pretty quickly.
Then $700 manual buy. We've got a '06 Honda Civic shop manual. This is the second edition, sold for $85 shipped.
We haven't sold a lot of Civic manuals, but we're going to see that change here.
Next up, we've got His Best by Little Walter, sold for $7 shipped.
Not a whole lot on that guy.
And then at a Hirsch Dose, we've got Reba Season 1, sealed, sold for $8.50 shipped. Next up, by the $800 DVD buy, we've got Call the Midwife, the complete Season 1 and 2, sold for $13.50 shipped.
We have a couple of those, I think.
Then the $1,200 tool buy, we've got a 96-97 Civic manual, sold for $90 shipped.
Woohoo, that one's used.
Next up, we sold a bunch of these back in the day, and now we...
Got a bunch left still, but we sold a lot.
We did.
There was a pair where we just kept selling these little guys. Some of them sell for great, but this is a vacuum tube.
Yeah, it's a vintage RCA 12AU7A tube, and that sold for almost $11 shipped.
Yep.
Next up, this is a pretty cool one. This is a vintage Banana Republic Safari dog all over print shirt.
Yeah, AOP is all over.
So it's a bunch of different hounds. You got Dalmatians, you got pointers, look like golden retrievers maybe, schnauzers.
Yeah.
Lots of different ones.
Lots of dogs on here. And obviously it's a repeating print. Size extra large too, which is great. Found this at Angel View, which is a thrift store near us, for like $6, $7, $8, something like that. I saw it and I'm like, someone wants this. And I looked up a comp while I was there. I was going to buy it even if there wasn't a comp, but I found one that sold for 40 plus shipping. And I'm like, oh, 40 bucks, $8 or whatever it was. I'm all in. 40 bucks. That sounds like a great deal. Even told my friend, I'm like, hey, I found this shirt. It's crazy. I think it's going to sell. He goes, put all over print in the title. I'm sure it's going to sell. And then I went to looking and I found another listing on Terapeak that took a best offer less than 100. But that did sell. And I'm like, okay, so there's been two and there was nothing else out there. I listed mine for 125 shipped or best offer last night. Took a best offer of
$100 shipped. And it is going global shipping program all the way to Japan.
And the buyer was excited. They messaged me. They paid today. Told Linda, I'm like, sold that shirt for 100. Then we were waiting the payment, but they did pay. Very cool. It may have sold for 125 if waiting, but I'm kind of happy just to see it go, especially because yesterday was so slow on sales. I was willing to take the $100 offer. We're going to make, what, 70, 80 bucks on this, on a shirt that sold in a day, and it looks like it's going somewhere who's going to appreciate it, so super cool. And if you see this, Banana Republic is a brand you don't always pick up, but their Safari stuff. We've sold Banana Republic Safari jackets and different things with all the pockets that look like you're going to be out in the savannah and different stuff. Those sell well too, so just keep an eye out.
Next up, from our local library's used bookstore, we've got a 3-lot of Robert Quackenbush books, sold for $18 shipped.
Henry's Awful Mistake, Henry Goes West, and Henry's Important Date. I think these were probably like $1 a piece or something. I usually grab little books there. I always try to buy something. This is one of the things I grabbed, just taking a chance, and they sold.
And next up, this is a sale that is near and dear to my heart. This is Super Mario 3.
I mean, look at this shape of this box, guys.
The box is complete. It has the manual, the game, the little cutesy cards, the little black sleeve for the game. It's got everything, that as if you bought it new at the store. Cameron, why don't you tell us where you got this?
Years ago when I was...
How many?
I don't know, probably 10 years.
10? You think 10?
Yeah, I was collecting video games back then, and I would always look for deals on eBay, and someone listed this for like 50 bucks or something. I think it was 50 or 60 bucks, free shipping. And I bought it, and I'm like, oh, this is perfect for my collection. It's a game that I really like, and I put it in my collection. Well, I mean, I bought it, and then I never opened the box.
Ever.
It was wrapped in this nice box, and I'm like, oh, I'll open it one day, and I wanted to buy a little case for it and display it. And then shortly after that, a year or so after that, I ended up selling off all my collection because was out of a relationship not with Linda, with somebody else, and I sold off all my video games and stuff to buy a car and just different things, and that was still in the packaging, and it just ended up getting packed away with my eBay stuff, and it wasn't with my collecting stuff because it was still in the thing. So it sat for years, and Linda's had it, and she goes, what is this? And I'm like, oh, it's Super Mario 3. I just didn't open it, and finally
I found it a couple times. I found it when we moved in together, and I was like, what is this? And then I found it when we moved our eBay stuff into a new area of our garage at the time. And then I found it when we moved again to our new garage in a different apartment. And then I found it again when we moved into the storage unit. And then I found it again when we moved here.
And I still didn't listen right away. And it's just sat there in the corner, kind of. And I'm like, you know what? I need to open that. And now's a good time to sell video games. I'm like, video games still sell pretty well right now. Obviously, COVID would have probably been the best, but listed it and it sold in a couple weeks for
$130 shipped and going global shipping program.
Ended up being a pretty good investment, guys. Actually made some pretty good money on that. So didn't plan on it, but it worked out. And Linda picks on me all the time. This lady's got stuff she's bought for like since we've been in this house that she's never touched, projects and things that she'll never touch. She's got a Cricut machine that she had to have. She ain't never used it. 2 or 3 years she's had it and she ain't never used it. But you know, just so everyone knows, it's not just me.
I've still got at least 7 years before.
And I'm willing to bet money that 7 years from now that will still be sitting there with never been opened. And we'll
I'm gonna get there. Yeah. I made some progress today.
Anyways, next item.
Next up, for the $200 DVD buy, we got Gentleman Jim, sold for $12 shipped.
This was a slim case one, but that's how it came apparently. So that's what the ones were listed, and it sold pretty good.
And next up, we got a lot of Funkos. So these are different Funkos because they're not like the Funko we know today.
It's just Funko brand.
Yeah, Funko brand. So this is the Peter and Lois Merry Freaking Christmas 2006 series. We've got Stewie.
Well, it's Peter and
Brian,
Lois.
Oh, Peter and Lois. Then we got Stewie, Brian, and Quagmire. And that lot sold for $108 shipped and is going global shipping program.
A lot of global shipping sales. These were $1 a piece, and we also had the Looney Tune ones. I think we sold those, right?
Yes.
They were also in that buy, also Funko brand, and they were $1 a piece. All Christmas, automatic sale. Where the lady was moving out of state, and they've sat for a while, but finally sold. So pretty good. I think we have one left.
Yep. Last but not least, this may look familiar because we got a bunch of them. This is a system design interview paperback book, and it's a guide. And Cameron picked it up at our local bin store, which we went back to this weekend. And this one sold for $29.
We went back yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
And actually, we sold one of these this week, and I don't think you guys saw it because it wasn't on the video. Seen it. But we sold another one of these for $29. We sold 3 now. We're in them for $2 a piece. I don't know how many we have left. 4 or 5 left.
1.
No, I think we have more than that.
I only saw 1 on the shelf, unless you have them somewhere else.
I think they might be somewhere else.
Okay.
I think I have more than that. Maybe that's it. But either way, we've been selling through them. And we also sold some McFarlane NFL figures that day, too, for $45 if I remember to put the listing up. So, yeah, but a great day today, guys. Super happy. It kind of levels out from yesterday. We're actually at goal now between the 2 days, which is awesome. We'll see how Wednesday and Thursday do, and we'll see you guys in a second with those sales. Is that recording? We're back.
Cameron was seeing if we were recording.
We're back with Wednesday sales. Let's go ahead and go over the numbers first, and we'll show you what's sold.
So we had 12 sales on our main platform, eBay, for $375.
Pretty solid day. Can't complain. Let's get into it. First item.
Actually, last night we did end up with one extra sale. The system book.
Yeah, system design book.
The one that we got from our bin store, and that sold for $29 shipped.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
So to start us off today, we've got Quicks, the Game Boy game. Cartridge only, sold for $10 shipped.
It sold early in the morning before I went to bed.
There you go. Next up, we've got a wearable Garmin Fortrix personal GPS, and that sold for $30 shipped for parts and repair because it
doesn't work. It doesn't even power up. I don't know what. I think I paid 10 for it a long time ago, and I thought I'd get it working, but I can't. It sold overnight almost instantly. So pretty good. I think they go for like 70 if they work. So happy to see it out of here.
There you go. Then now $1,200 tool buy. Cameron started listing all these parts. And we've got a Vetronics MasterTech module, vehicle interface module. And then we've also got a MasterTech Vetronics test jumper.
I think it's both of these two.
Jumpers.
Yeah.
Sold, and those 2 packed to the same person sold for $114 shipped.
Pretty good.
Next up, one of our Ben Sherman shirts, the floral print ones that Cameron picked up a bunch of at Salvation Army. This one is the large and sold for $36 shipped.
I paid 10 a piece for those. I think we got 4 or 5 left maybe, but we've sold through most of them.
Next up, we got a red line Hot Wheels. This is the Johnny Lightning Smuggler. Pretty cool.
Yep.
And that sold for $14 shipped. Next up, from R&R, we got this Olympus SP camera. It's tested. It should be in working order. And it's the SP350, sold for $19 shipped.
Just uses AA batteries. Tested it yesterday or the day before, and it sold overnight. Again, one of those easy ones. They don't sell for a whole lot. It's only an 8 megapixel camera, but still sold. Came in a big bulk buy. So if I see these at a garage sale for like $1, I might grab them. But I'm not going to spend a lot of money on them because they don't sell for a ton. But they do sell.
Then also from Salvation Army, we picked up these Ilse Jacobson tulip perforated slip-on sneakers. They're maybe 7.5 to 8. They're size 37, so I think that's in European sizes.
Yeah.
They're cool mustard yellow, and those sold for $39 shipped.
I think those were $5 or less, whatever. Shoes were cheap that day, I remember. But yeah, I was happy about that deal.
Then Cameron stole the glasses off of a Furby. These are the 3.5-inch black Furby glasses, sold for $11 shipped. Next up, we've got a 3-pack of Clint Eastwood DVDs from 1980. And those are the $800 DVD buy and sold for $12.50 shipped. Next up, from our main source, we've got a Lego set. This is the Fender Stratocaster building kit. There's just a few bags. It's not complete. And that did sell for $30 shipped.
I think it's like $100 set or something like that. This is enough to build, I believe, the amp that comes with it. It doesn't, not enough to build the guitar. I got it for $2. Just took a chance. I figured I could just sell the pieces if not. But listed and took a best offer of $30. So.
There we go. Then next up, we've got from 2020, not 2020. We've got this set of baseball cards from 2020.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of commons in there, just the basic stuff, sold for $17.50 shipped.
Happy to see them go.
And last but not least, out of the $500 video game buy, we've got this Final Fantasy Mystic Quest for SNES. Cartridge only, sold for $20 shipped.
So a pretty good day. Kind of bread and butter for sure. I don't think this is... What's the highest sale price? Is probably
it's the 2-pack of these.
The person who bought both the toy parts with the shoe for like $39 and 30 something on the shirt. So
yeah, the shirt and the shoes were pretty close.
So kind of just a bread and butter day, but we'll take it. Happy with it, especially when Monday was slow. Yesterday was huge, and today is just a really solid day. We'll see what comes in the next video. We'll see what comes tomorrow for sales on Thursday, and we'll see you in a second in that clip.
We're back.
Thursday sales. How did we do?
We had 14 sales for just under $760.
Great day on eBay. Great week overall. Monday, weird kind of slow day, but the rest of the days were awesome. So let's get into it. The items that sold. First item.
First up on eBay, we've got the Time Life, a lot of 25 Time Life books, Food of the World Spiral Bound cookbooks. Here's
some of them so you get an idea.
We had some of these where we were selling them individually. But this is the full lot we got from Hirsch Dose, and that sold for almost $98 shipped.
We usually can sell them individually for around like $8 to $11 each. So if you get them and you don't have a full set, you don't want to lot them up, you could sell them for that price and ship a medium mail, I think. So that is that. Next
up, we've got this vintage SeaWorld inflatable hot air balloon. It is damaged. The little basket is basically crushed to pieces, and the one string is coming off, but I think the balloon inflates okay.
Yeah, it does.
So somebody will just need to fix the basket, probably change it out, but that did sell for $25 shipped.
I don't know where I got that, but it sold.
Then we've got X-Men 2 Clone Wars.
This is from the video game 500 buy. It's just not marked, but yeah, this is right.
And it's Clone Wars? That's weird.
Okay. Star Wars.
That's for a Sega Genesis, sold for $15 and some change. Then $700 manual buy. We have a 2000 to 2003 Honda Insight manual, sold for $60 shipped. Next up, back in, I think it was October because it sold for Halloween. Yeah. We had one of these. This is a needlepoint canvas tissue box. So it's the one where it's the plastic pieces and they go through it and they sew it through it. But this one is cool because it looks like a bunch of puzzle pieces in different colors.
So yeah, the lady made this that I bought it from. She goes, "Oh, I made this." That was $1.
You know, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, handmade stuff ain't good, but this sold for $14 shipped. So
That was
this
pretty cool
little
with the
puzzle
puzzle
piece
pieces.
box, tissue cover box, will sell for $14 shipped, and it's for first class, so we'll just throw it in a box and it'll ship like that. So those are cool pieces to have just because they're unique and nobody else is gonna have one like it.
Yep,
So
for sure.
there you go. And next up, we've got a Krumrein El Arturo bronze, silver and gold belt buckle. It's got floral pieces on it and whatnot, and that sold for 24.5 shipped.
What's this one? Oh, sure.
I'm so shiny.
Yeah,
Or
it's from Moana.
shiny. Yeah, from Moana.
That little lobster thing.
Yeah. Next up, we've got the Good Old Boys songbook from the 1980s, sold for 17.5 shipped.
Very good.
Then we've got a electronic calculator.
We sold one of these before, the same one. I'll show you the box.
Not a little calculator. This is a TCA 440KK electronic calculator. It does have one roll of the vintage tape, and that is new open box, sold for $150 shipped.
We had 2 of them. I think I sold the last one for $90 on a best offer. Took a best offer of $150 on this one. We're in them for $10 a piece, so very good.
Then from R&R, we've got this Snakebite PS3 controller with a 10-foot cable. It's new sealed, sold for $38 shipped.
Very good.
Next up, we've got a Sony original case for the Sony FE lens, and we picked that up from R&R also, sold for $18.5 shipped. Then we've got a VTech baby unit portable safe and sound digital baby monitor, and that sold for $15
It actually comes with another monitor part. This is just the, I guess, one that goes in the baby's room. But yeah, this was just one piece that we sold.
Then we sold our other Sega Dreamcast that was not as yellowed. This one is the more yellowed one, but it does have everything the same as the other one did. It
actually comes with a memory card too.
Oh, and a memory card on this one. So this one has more to it. So it's the original Sega Dreamcast system with the aftermarket controller, cables, memory card, sold for $130 shipped, and that did come out of the $500 video game buy.
Dreamcast stuff sells, guys. Even though the guy wanted to give me like $70 for it, but it's cool.
Next up, we've got a Remington beard hair trimmer, and that sold for $12 shipped. There is no power cord, just the actual trimmer.
Actually, this came with a power cord, but they wasn't selling that well with the power cord. But the power cord itself fixes or goes with multiple units, and it sells for like $17. Like this with the power cord was selling for like $16 or $17. And I'm like, I'm going to try to separate them. And this sold first. I didn't think it was going to sell, but it did. Hopefully the power cord will sell for $17 and we'll make some good money.
And we got that from R&R as well.
Yep.
Last but not least, we have a Rick Steves convertible carry-on backpack.
This is like the one we already sold. That was a roller backpack.
Oh, okay.
Same
So this
brand.
one is kind of like that dark teal turquoisey color.
It's convertible because I think these straps and stuff can all tuck into this back zipper here.
Oh, cool.
And then you can just use it as like a carry-on bag somehow. I'm not sure how it works, but it's all here.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty big.
And we did pick that up one from our main source, and that sold for $85 shipped.
I think I'm in it for $10. And I have another one that's like tan in color. Same exact backpack, but like tan in color. So,
cool.
Yeah, very good. Definitely a good day. The past 2 days were kind of easy shipping days for Linda. This is a little bit, couple of bigger items. I wouldn't say hard, but definitely a couple items are a little bit bigger. So we gotta get this packed up and out of here, and we'll see you in the next video with what's. Did we sell anything late last night extra? No.
No.
Okay, we'll see you guys with what sells this weekend. Take care.